Hi guys,
Hi.
today we're going to read The Easter Egg by Jan Brett.
And you should look at the sides of the pages because they have very pretty, she usually does very pretty designs on the side.
Lots of spring books.
Like little birds.
Cheer up, spring is here. Time to start on our first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorates the winning egg gets to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Hoppy has been dreaming about being that bunny all year long. Now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looks, rabbits are working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and he started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said.
You can see that on the sides of the pages they're doing designs. Like one over there is a shell, and these ones are nice little swirls.
Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said. And he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight for the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting squiggles and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity-hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it'll make his whiskers tingle. You notice the pussy willows are starting to bloom here. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the eggs in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time.
That's called Pisanti, and me and my mom do it all the time.
Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. And I'll show you all of my special tools for doing this. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vanderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you try making a painting on your egg? And he gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said, that's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberto, he sighed. But I think I'd better make an egg that's right for me. I like his coveralls.
I like on the side of the pages. It's a woodchuck. I think it's a porcupine.
Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg that I'm proud of. Suddenly the woods rang with the squawking of birds sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly, as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. I'll take care of you the best I can, he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other two eggs. So squishy. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. A brave little bunny.
He's cute.
Every day the rabbits worked on their eggs, tadpoles turned into frogs, buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under a tall tree in the woods. Now the pussy willows are all ready. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist, and stopped. The Easter Bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. "You've brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here," he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could it be? "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said. "When I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. Now look at what the Pussy Willows are turning into, guys.
Aww, they look like a little chick.
They're not
Little
chicks, bunnies. He came back with Hoppy looking scruffy and bedraggled.
Bunny.
Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of, the Easter Rabbit told him. He's kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it. The Easter Rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. Now they were ready to go.
Now the bunnies are jumping off.
Bunny, 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 bunny.
The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best ever Easter, Hoppy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter Rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning.
And then there's a bunch of stickers.
comes
You
the
can see the
stickers,
pretty
too.
eggs.
This is our copy from home, but there's a copy at the Rady's library too.
Except that copy doesn't have stickers. Bye! See ya! Thank you.